What if you could build a powerful app? Not by writing a single line of code, but just by, well, describing your idea.
Yeah.
The future of creation might just be clarity, not syntax.
Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. Today, we're plunging headfirst into the accelerating pace of AI advancements. It's a really fascinating landscape right now.
Absolutely. Today we're unpacking a whole stack of fresh insights, really from the frontier of artificial intelligence. We're going to explore breakthrough tools letting non-coders build full applications, which is huge.
Yeah.
We'll dive into some, frankly, surprising AI achievements and the intense rivalries driving them forward. And then we'll get a glimpse into a future where AI might even sort of predict our thoughts. It's going to be quite a journey today.
Okay, let's get into it. Starting with something that honestly feels like a major shift in how software gets made. Vercel, a name many web devs know, they just rebranded their AI builder from v0.dev to v0.app.
Right.
And their claim is, well, incredibly bold. They're saying Vercel just killed the I can't code excuse forever.
That is a huge statement, isn't it? I mean, what does v0.app actually do to back that up? How's it different from, earlier attempts at these prompt-to-code tools? They often felt like they needed a lot of babysitting.
It really is a complete mindset shift, I think. With the older versions or, lots of other tools, you'd prompt something like, build me a dashboard for my podcast analytics.
Right, okay.
And then you'd get into this long back and forth, tweaking the layout, refining the logic, adjusting the design, figuring out data flows. It was a lot of manual work, a lot of specific instructions.
Right, iterative.
Exactly. But v0.app, it aims to change that whole process. The vision is you prompt once, clearly defining your idea, and it's designed to give you a full working app.
A full app.
Yeah, the front end, the back end, the actual copy, even the underlying logic. It's meant to be a complete solution right out of the box.
So, okay, it's not just spitting out a code snippet or a basic wireframe, it's the whole system. How does it actually manage all that complexity automatically? What's happening under the hood there?
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. It plans your request like an autonomous agent. Now, when we say autonomous agent, think of it like a smart system that can take initiative, right? It performs tasks without you needing to give constant step-by-step prompts. It doesn't just wait. It actually thinks ahead, figures out how to fulfill your request.
Okay.
It actively searches the web for info, gives you citations too.
Yeah.
It can read your existing files, look at live websites to understand design patterns or data structures.
Oh.
It can even generate design inspiration with screenshots. If it hits errors, it often fixes them on its own.
Automatically.
Yeah, automatically. And it integrates with other tools you might be using, creating this smooth end-to-end flow, all without you coding.
That sounds incredibly powerful, almost mind-bending in scope.
Yeah.
How are they handling the business side? Because compute costs for this kind of AI, they can get massive, right?
That's a great question. What's fascinating is their business model. Instead of charging per app or per user, they use token pricing. And they sell those tokens essentially at cost.
At cost.
Pretty much. Tokens, they're like the basic units AI models process. Vercel treats them like a raw resource. This approach helps them avoid that compute cost collapse problem that some other AI dev tools have run into, where running the AI just becomes too expensive. It's a smart way to scale and keep it accessible.
Okay, that makes sense. So pulling back, what does this mean for the bigger picture? If this tech really works as advertised, who benefits most? Does this truly, democratize building complex software for non-coders?
Yeah, I think the big idea here is that app building now belongs more to the people who understand the problem, not just the folks who can write the code.
Right.
Your only job is clarity, not syntax. It totally shifts the focus from technical skill to just having a clear vision and defining the problem well. So yes, it significantly lowers that technical barrier, empowering people with great ideas.
So just to clarify then, does this really mean pretty much anyone can build complex software now without needing coding experience?
Well, it massively simplifies the process, focusing effort on the core idea, less on the code itself.
Okay. Moving on, the AI world is just constantly buzzing, isn't it? This past week, no exception. We saw some incredible milestones and, a fair bit of competitive drama, too.
Absolutely. Let's start with something pretty amazing. OpenAI's reasoning model. And get this, it wasn't even specifically fine-tuned for coding. It ranked an astonishing 6th globally at the 2025 International Olympiad in Informatics.
6th. against top student coders.
Exactly. The IOI, that's this huge global competition for the best high school programmers. Whoa. I mean, imagine a model not even explicitly trained for coding, ranking 6th globally against human prodigies. It's a mind-bending leap in general AI ability.
That really shows some deep reasoning power.
Totally impressive foundational reasoning.
That is remarkable for a non-specialized model. And speaking of OpenAI, they also just put out a new GPT-5 prompting guide. I hear it's packed with best practices, to really unlock what the model can do, which I imagine is helpful for anyone trying to get the most out of these tools. I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes, so guides like that sound incredibly practical.
Oh yeah, definitely helpful. And the competition is heating up everywhere, even in government. Just a week after OpenAI announced that $1 a year ChatGPT enterprise deal, but just for the U.S. executive branch.
Right, I saw that.
Well, Claude made a countermove. Now, Claude is available to all 3 branches of government for just $1 a year.
Ah, interesting play. Broader reach.
Exactly. A clear grab for wider adoption within the federal government.
And Claude's also improving its own features, right, with a new memory function.
Yeah, that's a big one. It can now remember and reference your past chats, handle much longer prompts, and unlike ChatGPT's auto-profile thing, you explicitly tell Claude when to remember something for later.
So user-triggered memory, that gives you more control.
Definitely. More predictable interactions if that's what you want. But the drama doesn't stop there, of course. Elon Musk's xAI is reportedly suing Apple. They're alleging Apple rigged App Store rankings to favor ChatGPT and blocked Grok AI.
Always something with Musk and AI companies.
And then you've got Sam Altman from OpenAI. He's working on Merge Labs now. It's a new brain interface startup.
Brain interface, like Neuralink.
Looks like a direct challenge to Musk's Neuralink, yeah. Pushing competition beyond just software, right into, well, the human-mind interface.
That's a whole other level of rivalry. Wow. And other news.
Well, Character AI, that platform with like 18 million AI chatbot personalities.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
They just raised $150 million, hitting $1 billion valuation. That's despite facing various legal challenges.
Yeah.
So personality-driven chatbots are still a huge growth area.
Okay, so looking at all this, the breakthroughs, the government deals, the lawsuits, the new ventures, what's the biggest takeaway here? What's the core theme?
It's just clear AI innovation is accelerating like crazy across so many different fronts, sparking really intense competition everywhere.
Moving along then. The sheer number of new AI tools hitting the market every day is just staggering. It feels like a constant stream of innovation, making complex stuff simpler.
It really is. Yeah. Here are just a few of the new empowered AI tools that caught our eye. Shows how fast AI is getting into specific everyday tasks. Like for content creators, there's Social Rails. It makes content and schedules it to 9 social platforms automatically.
9 platforms, wow.
Then there's Next Post. Generates social posts in seconds, optimizes the tone for your brand voice.
Handy.
For workflow automation, N8N Genie sounds incredible. Turns ideas into workflows from just a 3-word prompt.
3 words? Seriously?
Yeah. And for visuals, SV Genius creates stunning animations from text descriptions. These aren't just toys. They're like hyper-specialized tools changing how specific jobs get done.
It really is about making the complex almost trivially simple sometimes. And then we have the AI quick hits. These are often smaller updates, but they're really key signals for where things are headed for us, the everyday users. Like GPT-5 now offers new modes, auto, fast, or thinking.
Right, more control.
Exactly. More control over how it processes info. Big deal for efficiency, depending on what you're doing.
And Claude Sonnet 4 just massively boosted its context window, supporting 1 million tokens now.
1 million tokens. Explain context window again quickly.
Sure. Think of it as the AI's short-term memory, how much info it can hold and consider at once. 1 million tokens is a 5-fold increase. It means you can feed it like the entire Harry Potter series or hours of meeting transcripts, and it can analyze it all together without losing track.
That is a huge leap in comprehension. Okay, what else?
Well, YouTube's testing a new AI age verification system in the U.S. Shows AI moving into safety and compliance roles on big platforms.
Mm-hmm. Important stuff.
And a really big one, Apple's adding GPT-5 to iOS 26 and macOS Tahoe 26 next month. Advanced AI baked right into our phones and computers.
That's going to be interesting to see how it integrates.
Definitely. Plus that interesting rumor about Perplexity, the AI search engine, offering to buy Google's Chrome browser for $34.5 billion.
$34 billion for Chrome.
Yeah. Shows the ambition and the sheer amount of money swirling around, trying to redefine how we even get information online.
So how are all these quick hits, these daily updates, shaping the immediate future for us as users?
I think they just show this incredibly rapid integration into everyday tech, plus massive new capabilities becoming available almost constantly.
Welcome back to the deep dive. Our final segment today looks at something really captivating from what we call the AI chart, where we spotlight research hinting at future possibilities. And this week, it's Meta's new AI model, Tribe. It's making waves because it can apparently predict how you'll react to content without scanning your brain.
Yeah, this is fascinating stuff. Tribe won first place in the Algonaut's 2025 Brain Modeling Challenge. That's a top competition for neuroscience and AI trying to build better models of the brain.
Okay.
And its main achievement. It can predict brain activity while someone watches a movie without needing a scanner on their head. It's a big step in understanding how we process information.
Okay, wait. If it's not scanning your brain, how is it doing this? What's the input it's using?
So Tribe looks at three main things from films and shows: the visual data, the video itself, what's happening; the auditory input, the soundtrack, music, sound effects, ambient noise;
Gotcha.
and the language, the dialogue, any text on screen. It combines all three of these senses to predict brain activity.
And how did it learn to do that so well? Must have been a lot of data.
Oh yeah, exactly. It was trained on data from people who watched over 80 hours of different content. From that, it learned to simulate brain activity across about 1,000 different brain regions just by analyzing the media.
1,000 regions.
Yeah. And the accuracy is apparently wild. It beats models that only use one sense, like just visual or just audio, by about 30%, especially in those key brain areas for higher level thinking and emotional response.
This is, yeah, truly mind-bending. So what's the real implication here? It's not reading thoughts, you said, but it knows what content will make you react.
Right. It means it could potentially see what kind of content will grab your focus or make you laugh or make you keep scrolling before you even realize you're reacting.
So it knows what works on our brains before our brain even fully processes it.
Kind of. It knows what's likely to work based on learned patterns. It's crucial to remember it's not reading your mind yet, but it knows what your mind will probably do next based on the input. It's predicting engagement patterns.
Okay, so what are the biggest implications then of being able to predict brain activity just from the content itself?
Well, it could fundamentally revolutionize how content gets made and how digital experiences become hyper-personalized for you.
Okay, so let's connect the dots here. We talked about Vercel democratizing app building.
Right, focusing on the idea, not the code.
Then OpenAI's leap in core reasoning, Claude's memory and context.
Pushing the boundaries of AI intelligence itself, fueling that intense competition.
And now Meta's Tribe, starting to predict brain activity from media. A clear theme is emerging, isn't it? AI is rapidly democratizing creation, letting people focus on the what, not the how.
Absolutely. And it's pushing core intelligence forward while fueling massive innovation and rivalry.
And perhaps most profoundly, as you said, it's starting to understand human cognition on a really deep level, like with Tribe. The whole shift seems to be towards more intuitive, more human-like interactions with AI.
Exactly. And what that means for you, for all of us, is that clarity of thought, being able to clearly define a problem or an idea that becomes way more valuable than just technical skill or knowing syntax. The machines handle more how, leaving us to master the whats.
So here's a thought to leave you with. If AI is increasingly handling the how and maybe even starting to predict the what of our interactions, what does this actually mean for human creativity, for genuine ingenuity going forward? Something to ponder, perhaps, as these tools become even more woven into our lives.
A truly thought-provoking question indeed. Thanks, everyone, for joining us on this deep dive today.
Yeah, thanks for listening. We encourage you to keep asking questions, keep exploring these fascinating topics, and keep digging deeper.
Until the next deep dive, stay curious.